Minister, Deputy Healy raised it there earlier on. This funding is very, very welcomed and wanted, but it has to be given in a responsible way. I would have no confidence in giving any funding to Irish Water, as they have wasted what money we have had in the country to date. They put in meters all around the country and used all their funding, but yet they were able to keep back $500,000 to top up their own wages when that money was running out last year. This funding has to go in to rebuilding Ireland. And you can see from your own constituency, for the last 30 years, Askeaton have been promised a sewerage system. Every government has promised them a sewerage system, and no one has delivered. And this time you said there is going to be a task force for this. I welcome it, and I will be looking forward to it. But will it happen? Ula are the same. Fedamore. 5 wells need to be done. There's 5 different towns on boil notices because they're waiting for $1 million for the 5 bore wells to be done to give water. But Irish Water are looking for $4 million to do a pipe from the Shannon Estuary to Croom, and they can't pump the water from the Shannon Estuary because the raw sewerage is going into the estuary from Askeaton. Again, I don't want to waste money unless we fix the infrastructure, and I have no confidence whatsoever in Irish Water. Now, for the SMEs, I'm very concerned over the tourist sector, which generated $9 billion in revenue last year, and since the recession created 90,000 new jobs. We spoke here today about Apple that have 6,000 jobs in Ireland. Pre-COVID, there was 270,000 people employed in tourism, and now there is 270,000 jobs at risk of being lost without supports. There are practical steps that could make a huge difference for the survival of industry. Number 1, a continuation of the wage subsidy scheme due to finish on the 10th of August to be extended to April 21. Please note that the tourism sector is a very labour-intensive, and over 40% of their turnover goes on wages.
Deputy, please, you're making a second-stage speech. We only have a limited amount of time. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Chair. Everyone else spoke, and they spoke at length. And you said earlier on you didn't see me here, and I would like to get a couple of these facts.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. All restaurants were closed for 105 days during this time. There was significant cash burning. Up to the large hoteliers were €2,000 a day. They were out of pocket. Local authority charges need to be waived. This funding needs to be used to give to the local authorities so they can waive the rate system to get our businesses back up and running. It's one system of doing it, but that money needs to be given back to our councils so they can invest in the voids that we've been looking for in housing, to reinvest in housing in the voids that they have. So again, we can put people back into our towns and villages and use the stock that we have. You're talking about building new houses left, right and centre. We have massive amount of stock in our own county that could be rebuilt. And for going forward, it's the here and now, the summer. In Northern Ireland have introduced gatherings including weddings to be determined on the size of your venue. Again, we talked about the churches last week. They were putting in 50, and then they said it can be increased on the size of your church. Well, it needs to be done on the same size as hoteliers. We need to be very conscious of this funding coming through. We need to make sure it comes in directly, but we also need to make sure that the cost of this money is not bared by the companies that are keeping us afloat during the pandemic. So we want to make sure the funding gets in now, and it needs to go for another 12 months to make sure these companies come back strong. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.